Okay, so the gardener was here yesterday. First thing I check. Yep, my apple trees. He wound the pipe tight around them. And I like to make them work, to get the water. So I think this is going to be an ongoing thing. This one too. Okay, while I'm showing you the apple trees are there. 1, 2. 1 and 2. They're teeny, you don't really see them from here. But that's building 5. This is building 4 where I live. And I have here a lemon tree in this bucket. I planted this lemon tree around, must be 6 years ago, from seed on my porch in my house. And I was never sure where I want it, but I've decided that I want to keep it right where it is. Right there. You walk out the house, we want a lemon. You walk into the house, you want a lemon. It's zone 1, it's called, in the area that's closest to you. So I think right where it is, I am going to plant it. But something funny happened. When I came to check, I saw this thing here. Now this, for some reason, I'm not sure how, is a lemon tree. So this here has a big root and it's a lemon tree. So I'm not sure exactly how that happened. Jumped from here to there. So now we have 2. This one's in the ground. All I can think is maybe there was a hole in the bottom of the bucket and the root went out and it started sprouting. That's a possibility. And so I don't know what's that going to be. Is that going to be a real lemon tree? Is that going to be a baby lemon tree? I have no idea. So I'm going to move it over a little bit to right there. So they shouldn't disturb each other just in case he decides to come up. And I'm going to plant this. The gardener was here today and he pruned the pomegranate tree. I asked him to, because this is much, much more manageable. I don't like the job he did. Look at that. Why isn't there clean cuts? Oh, I hope the tree's gonna be okay. But, okay. But look, it's starting to bud. These are the first, okay, if we would be in the time of the Beis Hamikdash and we had, and the temple was built, we'd have to tie a red string over the first fruit that we see. The first fruit of the year. This is our second pomegranate tree. If you look back at, I think it's vlog number 7, we were looking at the trees and we were looking at this very tree. And there was like the leaves, just like 2-3 leaves starting to come out. And here 1 month later, we already have flower buds. Let's find the first flower bud on this tree. I think it's that one. There. And I pruned it for the first time in its life, I think, like a serious pruning. I could have done even more. I couldn't reach all the way up there. That could be pruned as well, but it could have been pruned much more to much lower, but I couldn't reach so high. So this year we'll leave it like this, and for next year we'll prune it much more. Okay, this is where we have our other lemon trees on campus. I've planted these, I think 3 Tuba-Schwarz ago. No, not I think, I know, 3 Tuba-Schwarz ago with the Neve girls. This whole area, this whole circle, was full of thorny roses. And I changed it. We took out all the roses. We actually had a tractor on campus, so that helped us. And we put in lemon trees. This one is doing amazing. This one is doing amazing, and it's already flowering. And then we planted next to it, this is lemony. I forgot the name of this plant, but I'll let you know. I planted it. It has medicinal properties. You make tea out of it. It's amazing, beautiful flower. It's a perennial. It comes back every year, and the bees love it. So for all those reasons, anyway, I planted. Oh, it's starting to rain. Okay, it's starting to rain, people. Quickly, this is my comfrey plant that I planted. It's an accumulator. Accumulator means that it accumulates. We said there's nitrogen giving plants like the legumes, peas, beans, and things like that. This is an accumulator plant that it accumulates. Its roots are really, really, really deep. It taps into the deep goodness of the earth, and then it brings it up. It accumulates it in the roots, and it's good for the area. It's also good as a mulch because it grows really, really fast. We'll keep an eye on it, and every time it grows, you can just chop it and then drop it around your tree, on the base of your tree, and all the nutrients that it accumulated, you're now dropping near your trees. So that's amazing. That's my comfrey over here. And this yarrow is similar, also an accumulator. And this is my yarrow over here. So those two we left in. Everything else, all the other weeds were taken out. And now we can bring in more wood chips. Now, because it's raining, and it's Iyar, which is the month of healing, then I'm just going to open my mouth and let the rain fall in. That's medicine. Straight from the heavens. Now while we're here, also look at the amount of bees are loving this. They're like bee heaven right now. And I'm so excited because we want to get bees. Okay, the other tree, we have one tree here. Let me finish going through the trees. This is another tree. It's really doing nicely now. It's really small compared to this one. They were planted at the same time, but we made a very, very big mistake. After we planted them, we saw a lot of ants going on this tree, and I decided, I didn't know very much 3 years ago, so I decided that the only way to stop the ants is if I put something. See, there's ants there now. Let me show you. See the ants? See the ants? Yeah. So, there were like tons of ants. And I decided that I don't want ants in my tree. So what I did is that I very stupidly put Vaseline on the outside of the bark. And I said, okay, now the ants won't go up. And that's true. The ants left my tree alone. But it literally almost killed the tree. And the tree stopped growing. The tree stopped growing. The ants didn't kill the tree, but my Vaseline almost did. And it's taken it around 2 years to start coming back. It is a clementine that also is doing much better. But we're going to fertilize them this week and give them some love. So this is our citrus corner. Citrus corner. Okay, let's see the progress on the water pond. This is what we've done for the fish pond. Big block of cement there. Or is it a rock? Huge rock in the middle. And I filled it with some water. I want to see if the water is going to go down. We have a bit more to do on that side, and basically the shape's finished. The next question is, what are we going to do next? How are we going to line it? Are we going to use a plastic liner? Are we going to fill it with a cement liner? Are we going to, I don't know. Are we going to just use the clay the old way? I'd really like to do that, but that's very, very labor intensive. So we have to see. And this is the almond tree that I was telling you about. It's right here, and I'm asking a rabbi if I can move it. The Kabbalistic rabbis are very, very careful not to cut down any kind of tree, so I'm waiting for, I asked them if I can move it. I'm waiting for an answer. Any other rabbi would say it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, these are the almonds. Let me pick one for you. These are the almonds that are growing on the tree. This is how an almond looks, all furry and fuzzy. Now the Arabs had to make from this some kind of delicacy. I don't know if they cook it or they eat it raw, or this is like the outside, the fruit, and the inside, the almond is the pit. That's what Rabbi Schwab explained to me. But we eat just the pit. So when the fruit dries up, then we eat it. But there's a bitter almond, so we don't eat it anyway. Bitter almonds, there is some kind of Mediterranean dish made out of these green ones. I don't know what it is. So that's the tree in question. There are some more fruit, not very many, and usually they're not doing very well. Again, this year it looks like they're doing a bit better. Maybe they like the chickens scratching around, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated.